is the Empress card. So the Empress card I love. This talks about nurturing and very maternal, paternal energy. So some of you could have kids or grandkids, or, just love kids in general. And maybe you take care of kids or you're a teacher. But the Empress is a very blessed energy, lucky to be alive, just feeling thankful, right? Counting your blessings, feeling like letting love and positivity lead your path instead of, negativity. Cancer, there's something here with you guys. We've talked about it the past couple of months where you're just, you're rising above the ashes. You're moving forward with compassion. This is wealth, abundance, a lot of things coming your way. And for some of you, you've had the wealth and abundance, but you haven't maybe appreciated it as much or haven't, there's always been, waiting for the other shoe to drop type energy. Oh, this is too good to be true. Or yeah, that's a blessing. But it's almost as if you're coming in going, you know what? No more buts. Let's see where this journey takes me. Let's see where, if I truly do what I want, and I truly put my heart and soul into whatever it is you want, past, present, future, finding the good in everything is really important coming in with the Empress card. The next card you have, is how you're feeling coming into, the month. And you have the Six of Wands or Six of Candles. This is achievement, success, pride. So you really are on this upward streak, Cancer. You really are, regardless of whether it's work, love, where you see your life going. It's almost as if you can see the bigger picture. You can see the celebratory dance at the end of wherever you're headed. So before it was like, I don't have a path. I'm not sure where I'm going. And now, even if you don't have a particular path, or you don't know 100% what you want, you know that you will find success in whatever you do and whatever path you take. So where love is concerned, whether you're looking for something completely brand new, maybe for the first time in a long time, you're going to get out there, you're going to online date or put yourself out there, or just give love a chance again. For some of you, it's been a long time. Maybe you've been holding back, haven't been interested, been single, just too much on your plate, not really a big deal. But something here is saying, maybe you're ready, really ready to take that leap forward to find somebody amazing, and go forward. Really, there's, again, the risk could be a payoff in the end. Some of you, worry, well, if I, it's a little risky, but sometimes the risk comes with a great reward. All right. Your next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. And you have the Queen of Cups. So this is Mom's a Word. This definitely makes me feel that a lot of you have been very quiet, or a lot of you have been soul searching, doing, figuring out what it is you want in life, figuring out, self-improvement, self-empowerment, because over the past few months, and for some of you, the past couple of years, the Queen of Cups is somebody who's a mystery. This could be, your parents are nagging you. When are you going to meet a nice girl or a nice guy? Or when are you going to, or grandma saying, oh, you need to settle down and, I haven't, and you've been busy with work or kids or, fur babies or all of the above. And you haven't wanted to necessarily apply your energy towards new love or towards old love. So the Queen of Cups, again, like I said, is very otherworldly, very mysterious. Not you haven't been putting all of your heart and soul into finding people. Now, I'm not saying some of you may be dating, some of you may have done the online dating, whatever it is, but you just haven't felt like your gut is into it. And now there's like an awakening where you're going, okay, I have other things in line. I have business in line, or I'm, figuring out, the goals I want to achieve in life and my priorities. And now it's almost like you're ready to bust out and be like, okay, here I am. Like, let's do this. Oh, you're cute, boo. So, I think this is a very good time and opportunity for you to embrace the next step, because you've started to, or you've been gaining this momentum of, self-belief and self-care and empowerment. And that's when you're going to attract the same into your life. The next card you have is your immediate past, or the past 2 weeks, past month or two. And you have the Justice card, which is Libra's card. So you could be dealing with a Libra or having Libra placements in your chart. Now, the Justice card represents a few different things. One in particular is, having taken some time to make some decisions. There may have been a past person who came through. There may have even been, new people who are interested in your time and attention. But the Justice card talks about, weighing the odds. It really does talk about, how far does the scale tip if I return to the past? And how far does the scale tip if I move on to the new? So you've been weighing your options and really just kind of going with the flow. As I said before, Cancer, it doesn't seem as though you've been jumping into, I'm gung ho and ready to meet the love of my life, or, I want my ex back. And so therefore I'm going back and going to get he or she back. You've been kind of just steady, which is a good thing, because the Justice card is about not jumping to conclusions based on emotions. The Justice card is about looking at things practically and then making thorough decisions and looking at a situation and giving yourself time to think about it before you make the decision. Again, weighing your options. Now, the Justice card can also talk about marriage. So some of you may have recently been divorced, or maybe there was an engagement that was cut off, something like that. It's not coming across as right now you're engaged, or right now somebody popped the question, but ultimately that may be something that's important to a lot of you, is that ultimate commitment, if that's something that interests you. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have death. I love death for you. Death is not a physical death. A lot of people get nervous about the card. The death card is actually very enlightening. It's Scorpio's card, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio placements in your chart. But the death card is changes. It's rebirth. It's transformation. This is something that Cancers have been working on for the past couple of months. In the beginning of this year, I almost said last year, but we're not quite there yet. In the beginning of this year, I said, there might be turmoil and it might be rocky, but as the year goes, you're going to progress. And even with everything going on in the world, Cancer, you're seemingly finding the silver lining with this Empress card, okay? Which is super important. But the Death card talks about now it's time for that rebirth. Now it's time for that transformation. You deserve the ultimate love, whatever that is to you. If that's a partner to adventure with for the rest of your life, if that's somebody to have kids with, if that's somebody just to grow old with, whatever partner or, lifestyle you're looking for in love, now is the time. This is the breakout moment. The Death card is saying, look, changes are coming. Embrace it. Embrace the fact that, and the other thing too is there's no darkness here, right? There's some cards can represent a little darker energies, but there's nothing here that's saying, ooh, Cancer, be cautious. This is almost saying, go for it. Like with the Fool card, like, what are you waiting for? Take a chance. Take a chance on something, as someone, even if it turns into a friendship, even if it turns into one date and you never talk again, even if it turns into FaceTiming, you get my drift. Now is the time, Cancer, to start making momentum towards really meeting somebody that is a different love. I had a very long text conversation with somebody the other night who was feeling very stuck in their marriage, and this person is very dear to me. So the conversations are very open and honest. And, at the end of the day, this person kept saying, well, in 8 years, when the kids are off, or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that I condone, divorce yes, I do if there's abuse. You get my point. Anyways, life is too short to not find the love that you want. And a lot of people don't believe it exists. But when you truly just let go and believe, you can have and find something significant and satisfying for you. It's just about letting go of the hurt from the past and the worrying about what the fuck anybody else thinks. I don't care if your mom likes this person. I don't care if, you're concerned because the last 3 exes didn't work out. This is for you, Cancer. If your heart flutters and you feel a connection with somebody, that's your business. That's up to you. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of December, and you have the Queen of Candles or the Queen of Wands. This is what I'm talking about. The Queen of Wands is confident. The Queen of Wands is, nothing can throw me off. And also a self-awareness of, if this is meant to be, or if this is the person I'm supposed to be with, or if this is somebody who's going to bring me ultimate joy and I'm going to bring ultimate joy for them. Because remember, it's reciprocal too. It can't just be a chaser and a runner type situation. But this is the ultimate of self-belief and knowing that you deserve, and you will find something truly amazing. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. And you have the Chariot, which is your card, Cancer. So if you've seen my reads before, you know that I love it when you show up in your read, because it tells me that, organically speaking, you're no bullshit. You're saying, I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for, and I'm holding off for that. Even if it means I'm going to go, on 20 dates. The biggest thing is it's not quantity, it's quality. And I actually have a friend who met somebody, and they've been married now 10 years and have a beautiful daughter, but she couldn't meet anybody for 5 years. And I said to her, well, what did you do? Like, what was different that you did this time versus other times you dated? And she said, I just went on 30-minute coffee dates, right? 30-minute coffee date, 30-minute coffee date, 30-minute coffee date. And she goes, and then I found him. And so everybody has their own way of doing things, but the Chariot card is saying, move forward, press forward. Now's the time. Okay, now's the time, Cancer, don't stall. There's nothing coming up here either regarding the past necessarily. So, I mean, the Death card could represent a rebirth at some point. So maybe down the line, there's somebody that you're going to, communicate with again from the past. But the Chariot card is saying, move forward momentum. This is, the celebratory at the end, kind of like the Six of Candles, the achievement. When the Chariot arrives, people celebrate. And that's where you're at, Cancer. It's time to press forward and find the love that you've been looking for a long, long time. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month, and you have the High Priestess. So here, you have some very significant cards going on here, Cancer, because the High Priestess is right before the Empress, and the High Priestess talks about when it's time, the universe will tell you when it's time, and even if it's, and I'm not saying necessarily dating, with the cards right now, the way they are, it's like, get out there, run, fool. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Like, seriously. But at the same time, the High Priestess talks about, you will know, gut, instincts, believing in yourself, trusting the universe. There will be signs all around you saying, ding, 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 this is a good person. When you're around somebody and you get that vibe and you're like, I don't know, there's something about this person. I don't know. They're making me kind of like, ooh. It can, being a Cancer especially is one of the cardinal signs that just gets it, that if you really, really listen to your gut and your instincts, The hardest part is, as Cancers, we have the hardest time following that gut and that instinct. You may have known that ex was crazy and like was no good for you for 3 years, but you still wrote it out because you also have the tendency of wanting to heal people. Now's not about healing other people. Now's about taking your chances and going after opportunities that you deserve. The next card you have is any hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Fool card yet again. Don't fear. That's saying don't fear anything. You have the Fool card. Now, I'm not saying don't do anything crazy. Don't go with a stranger you don't know or anything like that, and be safe. And don't get on my page and start talking about masking or anti-masking, because I'll erase it. I don't want to hear it. Like, that's not what this channel is for. But the Fool card, having come up twice, just says take the chance, Cancer. Whether you're already talking to people, whether you're about to start talking to people, this is saying go forward and don't look back. You have the Chariot card. Move forward, move on. Maybe you have an ex or connection that you're dealing with, but right now, this is time for new opportunity. Getting the Fool card twice just says there's nothing but good ahead. There's nothing, like, you could choose this road, whatever road, and there's going to be something successful at the end. The next card you have is the Outcome card. And you have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is love, 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 love. Now, the Page of Cups isn't necessarily love like the Lovers or the Two of Cups, but the Page of Cups is looking at things lovingly. Like, look, he's looking at that poison fish juice like it's something, like it's, amazing. But the Page of Cups is literally the energy of looking at the good and the beautiful and the wonderful in everything. Cancer, your eyes are just wide open. I mean, that's literally what they're telling me is eyes wide open. See what's right in front of you, or see what the universe might ultimately have in store for you. Okay. Because then you have the World card, and the World card talks about a final completion, the end of the major arcana. So starting something new. I find it interesting that you have, all these cards just flew out. I find it interesting that you have the World Cup. Look who that is. The Fool. again, right? I find it interesting that you have the two fools, and then you have the world card. The world card is saying, let it go. Let it go. She's releasing this hat. Let it go. Let the weight of the world off your shoulders. Abundance, satisfaction. That's what the world card is finding abundance and satisfaction. The world card is the end of a cycle. I'm not going back to this negativity. I'm not going back to the toxicity. I'm not going back to the way I felt 6 months ago, a year ago. No, I'm moving forward. New opportunities, new things coming my way. Anything is possible. Then here you have the Seven of Wands, which I knew would come out a little bit, this type of energy. The Seven of Wands is defense, strategy, priority. So that's what I'm talking about. Releasing that defensive side. It's okay to be cautious. Of course, be cautious, be smart, be diligent in who you meet, who you talk to, all of that. I sound like a mother. I am a mother. So, deal with it. But the Seven of Wands, don't get in a stranger's car. Don't give them your number unless you're ready, but the Seven of Wands is defense. This is what I'm talking about. It's okay to still go back in your shell a little bit. That's understandable. But right now, the universe is saying soar high. This is big time. This is time to shine. And this is your time, Cancer. And I've said it for the past couple of months. And here it is coming to fruition. If you would let it, if you can release the energy of the past and the negativity and the worry, that now is your time to shine. Because you have the Page of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune. The Page of Wands is a spark, a curiosity, a confidence. Somebody gains your attention. You gain their attention. Somebody is definitely popping up here, Cancer, that wants to have something pretty big with you. And the Wheel of Fortune gets involved here in the fact that this is divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune talks about a karmic connection. This talks about when the universe is ready to present you with something, it's coming. This is unplanned changes. This is something that you cannot change. This is something that you can't control. The Wheel of Fortune is the universe basically taking the wheel and saying, this is what's going to happen. This is where you're going. This is what's in store for you, and sometimes the universe, we're like, this is where I want to go. And the universe is like, well, we're going to take a detour here and a detour here. But just know at the end, the universe has your back. The Page of Wands now can represent somebody coming back in, having that spark, that interest, because this is somebody looking back a little bit. And as I said, you have the Death card with the rebirth. But right here in this reading, having the Fool come out twice and the World card, you are ready to rumble. You are ready to find something new. You're ready to be passionate about something. You are ready for, everything that the universe has to offer, everything that the world has to offer. It's almost like no looking back, Cancer. New love and no looking back. All right. Lapis lazuli, self-knowledge. Exactly what I was talking about a minute ago when I said, we oftentimes, especially Cancers, what's good for you. You have that empathy. You have that third eye chakra, so to speak. You have that ability to sense when something's right. Your body will tell you. Your stomach will hurt, or your stomach will flutter, or your heart will flutter. You get my point. So this is talking about acknowledge that. This is talking about follow that instinct. Let yourself be, your guide. Let that empath in you come out, because there's amazing things ahead of you. Nothing's holding you back. There's no restrictions here, Cancer. None. So go for it. Find this person who truly makes you feel self-deserving, self-worthy, all of the above, because you deserve it. And you're going to find somebody who rocks your world. I can't even explain it, Cancer. I'm excited for you.